Back with another video. Back with another video. Back with another video. Video. Okay, anyways, this is my second attempt at this particular live right here. I had to delete the other one because my husband was joking too much, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like I don't want to tell nobody all of that." You know what I mean? But yeah. Sorry y'all, wasted a little tea. But yeah, I'm back. I'm back. So I really just wanted to talk about a few things today. I wanted to talk about the first I wanted to talk about what my title is about, and that's basically some of my experience, some of my trial and error when it comes to creating a website. So I've created um, a few websites, but basically I was creating websites through like GoDaddy. You know what I mean? So I was doing that for a while. I did that like last year, year before. Um, when I first started trying to create a website, I tried to create a website using WordPress. So when I first tried to create a website using WordPress, it was far too complicated for me. I couldn't figure out how to create a website using WordPress. I mean, it was extremely complicated. So basically, I gave up on that and I went with GoDaddy. So I started creating my websites with GoDaddy whenever I wanted to create a website for whatever idea I had going on at the moment. And when I was creating the websites through GoDaddy, basically GoDaddy like sets everything up for you, make it easy breezy. I mean, it's really almost like you're not even creating, like you basically just dropping stuff in the box, you know. I mean, that's how easy it is on GoDaddy. But for whatever reason, this year I wanted what was the reason why I didn't want to use GoDaddy no more? Oh, I think they was like the price. I was like, no way. Like I don't really like being cheated or ripped off. Like, and I felt like it was a rip off type of price. I'm like, no, I'm not paying this type of price. Like, come on now, because I'm trying to create at this point, I want to create I'm trying to work on two different websites right now, and I want both of them out. And I'm like, I'm not paying $10 or $14 a month for each website. Like that's ridiculous. Come on now, like these folks out of their mind or something. You know. So basically, I decided not to go with GoDaddy this time. But I was like, so now I got to find a cheaper way to still create websites because I still need two websites. So I started looking around and everything, and I figured that WordPress was going to be the cheapest way to go. So I went on WordPress.com, and when I went on WordPress.com, it wasn't that hard this time. I mean, it was way easier this time. I basically, I mean, it took some trial and error, but it wasn't that hard this time, and I had put like I was working on it for like a whole week straight. And then as soon as I was like, oh, my website looking good. Okay. As soon as I started thinking my website looking good, my husband, he was looking into like about building websites and stuff like that. And then he found out he was going with he was saying he was telling me about something about him logging in WordPress. I was like, oh, that's all you gotta do is this and that. And he's like, no, I don't see that. So I said, this WordPress.org, this ain't the right website. This WordPress.org. So yeah, he did all his research. He told me I skipped the part. He did his research. Yeah, he did his research. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all about that. So, so so he was doing his he was doing his research on how to build his website. So while he was doing his research, he was looking at this Caucasian man video. So I kept trying to tell him how to do it because I was like, babe, I just learned how to do WordPress. I can tell you how to do it. I can tell you how to do it. And he wasn't listening to me basically. And I'm like, and so I got mad. I was like, oh, so you rather listen to so you rather listen to that Caucasian man than me. so so anyways, he kept watching the video or whatever, and then he started doing his own thing, creating his website. And basically, um when he started doing his thing and he was logging in and everything, he was like, "Oh, this," I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, you on the wrong thing. This is WordPress.org. You supposed to go on WordPress.com." And and basically he like, "No, I know what I'm doing or whatever." So I'm gonna Google it. So I go thinking I'm gonna prove to him that WordPress.com is the right one and WordPress.org is the wrong one. So I Google it and it say basically WordPress.com is basically just like if you don't want to own your own stuff and it takes away from any revenue from from your website, like it could take away revenue. And basically if you use WordPress.com, it's just like using GoDaddy or something. They could just basically delete your website whenever. It's not the real thing, you know. WordPress.org is the real thing. And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, are you serious? So basically he was right. And all of the work that I had did on WordPress.com, I had to basically delete all of that work. Well, I didn't delete it. I just moved on to trying to figure out how to use WordPress.org. So I went over to WordPress.org, and when I went over to WordPress.org, basically on WordPress.org, it was a little bit more complicated because you have to install all of your own plugins, which is not a hard thing to do. And I'm gonna tell y'all about that because that could be like, that could be something that could deter somebody when they start looking at those plugins like, oh, this don't have that. But anyway, so basically, WordPress.org, you have to install your own plugins. And then with WordPress.org, the first thing they're gonna do is give you, either you can be your own host, and with your own host, you have to have basically your own computer setup. I really don't know exactly how they go when you're your own um host. You know what I mean? But basically, you can be your own host. I think you have to keep a computer running or something in your home with the whole host set up or something like that. You have to have a computer that you can keep running 24/7. So basically, you can be your own host, or WordPress.org give you a few suggestions on who you could choose to be, who you want to host with. So basically, they had Bluehost. Um, I can't remember everybody. I'm just gonna tell you who I went with. They had like three of them up there. I went with Bluehost. So basically Bluehost, I think it was like $2.99 for the whole year or something. $2.99 for the whole year. So oh no, I'm sorry. I'm tripping. It was like $2. It was like 30 some dollars for the whole year. It was like 30 some dollars for the whole year. So yeah, it was 30 some dollars. No, baby. It ain't even nobody on here. But yeah. So basically it was like 30 some dollars for the whole year. And so I went with that plan. I did the 30 some dollars for the whole year using the Bluehost as the provider. So when I started creating the website, oh my gosh, I almost felt a little defeated in creating a website because some of the things threw me off because they didn't have certain things set up for me like WordPress.com did. WordPress.com had a few things set up for me. But WordPress.com is a good starter to go to before you go to WordPress.org, and it's free. You could practice on WordPress.com for free. Just don't buy your domain name. But WordPress.com is a good place to go to first because they get a lot set up for you basically, and but you can still practice. It still has like some of the same format that you'll see when you go over to if you use Bluehost or something, which WordPress.org suggests. So it's a good practicing site instead of just being straight bombarded with Bluehost or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, so basically, when I got over there, I was kind of I felt a little defeated because um, it had little complications that I couldn't seem to figure out. But one thing that I do know is that with enough determination, you basically can figure out how to do almost anything. So I stayed determined to try to figure out how to create my website with the Bluehost now. So yeah, I couldn't figure out. It was a what was that one thing I couldn't figure out when I had to call them about that, babe? Do you remember when I had to call Bluehost? Was I trying to figure out how to get my domain name on there? Oh no, I was trying to. My website wasn't showing live. So soon as I start trying to create a website, the first thing I want to do is make sure that the website could go live. You don't have to do this, but this is just something I like to do. So I was trying to make the website go live, and basically it was never saying that it was live, so I had to go I called Bluehost trying to figure out what was going on, why my website wasn't live, and basically I had my website set on a status to basically a status where it couldn't go live at the moment. I can't remember what the name of the status was, but basically I had it to basically like on a creation status to where nobody else could see it but me. So yeah, so that's what was going on why I couldn't see it live. Um, with the plugins, so the only thing you got to do with the plugins, you're gonna see on your left hand bar over there, you're gonna see where it says plugins. So you click on the plugins, you go to add new, and once you go to add new, then the only thing you have to do is whatever plugin you download, it's going to be on your it's you don't have to start you don't go in your website creator to look for it. It's going to be right there on the sidebar with all of the other stuff on the side over there, whatever plugin you just downloaded, so you can edit anything in that plugin from your sidebar right there. But one thing that's going to be very important, that a lot of the plugins, to add them to your website, you well, first thing first, you will have to edit your plugin right there through your sidebar. So whatever you want to do to it, you don't do it in your website. You click on it on your sidebar, and then you go and edit everything the way you want it right there in the sidebar. And then the plugins, a lot of them have short codes. So once you edit everything, got it the way you want it to look and stuff, you take you it'll give you a short code. And the way you add short codes to your website is you go into your website, you go to editor and beta. So, oh yeah, this is another important thing. So when you pick a theme for your website, make sure, because this could really throw you off, make sure that your theme has editor beta. Because if your theme does not have editor beta, it's going to be a very hard theme to work with. So whatever theme you pick, make sure it has editor beta. So anyways, um, yeah, so now like I was saying with your plugins and the short codes. So now you basically would need to go into your website, and you'll go hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me think exactly where I was at because I got thrown off the other thing. But yeah, okay, so now you'll go into your website, and this is the way you add your short codes for whatever plugin you got. You go to add, you go to you'll probably like need to go like to the left. It'll be like a little add box, whatever. First go to edit whatever page you're trying to edit. Um so yeah, you'll press the little plus button over there. And once you press the little plus button over there, the only thing you got to do is search for short code. So you get a short so you get the short code box, and then that's all you got to do is copy and paste your short code in that box. Now you're not going to see it in your website editor, but when you publish your website or you preview it or whatever, then you can see where your short code will appear, and you can basically add almost anything to your website for free if you figure out how to install plugins on your website. That's a very important thing because it's a lot of things that that Bluehost will offer you for a charge if you don't want to figure out how to do it yourself. But most of the things are free. Just like when you get the SSL is it to encrypt or to lock your website or whatever so that visitors could feel safe on your website. Um that's free. That's all you need is a plugin for that. You know what I mean? So you get you a plugin for that and you good to go. And basically if you want to add new pages to your website outside of your home page, the only thing you have to do is go over to the little sidebar and you'll see over there where it says pages, and then you just go to add new. You add you a new page. And then you can once you got all your pages and everything together, you would you make sure you get your menu on there, you know, because you don't want people on your page and they can go from one page to a next. So get you a menu on there. You know, you can easily find a menu over there in the editor while you editing your website. They have menus. So this is the menu's layout. So they'll have a menu to where it can either say everything at the top, it can say home, contact us, everything, whatever, all of your pages could either be at the top, or you can set it up to where you can have like the three bars menu, which is the one I like. I like the three bars menu because I don't want all of that stuff just written on the top of my website. So basically, when you first add the menu to your website, it's going to give you the one that has everything just written out. So you got to go. So you got to click on the box with the menu. Make sure you're not clicking on a word. Make sure you're clicking on where it highlights the whole box, and you can edit your menu over in the sidebar. So it'll be a sidebar. Make sure you press your settings when you're in your editor beta. Make sure you press your settings so you can see your sidebar over to your right hand side, and it's going to be a sidebar over there. And basically, once you click on that, it'll show you your menu. So you go over there, and then you're gonna see like your menu setup, and you're gonna see like the where you can make it into two bars. So you click on that to make it into two bars, and it'll show you where you can make that to three bars. So you do three bars if you want to do three bars, and then you change it. They'll have it to where you want. Do you want this just on mobile, or you want this always? So if you want this always, even if somebody is tuning in from a laptop or a computer, then you click always. So that's how you do that. But yeah, those are just a few tips as far as just some beginner tips if you want to go with WordPress, because you know I think that's the best way to go. You know, you want to have as much ownership over your website as possible. You don't you And then not only that, with GoDaddy, it's so limited. Like you can't really add too much to your website. The more you want to add, the more money they want. You'll probably end up paying $30 a month to add all the stuff that I added to my website on Bluehost for the same $30 a year. You know what I mean? So yeah, you definitely want to go with you definitely want to go on WordPress.org and look at the suggestions that they have for a host, and then you can pick from those suggestions on who you want to go with, whoever you think is going to be the best host for you. So yeah, those are some of my suggestions on that. And I promise you, y'all, you can almost add anything you want to your website. Like seriously, almost anything to your website if you go this route. But yeah. So the other thing that what was that other thing I was gonna talk about? Oh yeah. So if you notice, baby, please leave me alone, baby. Okay, so if you notice. My lighting is a little bit. Baby, please leave me alone because I already know you. I already know you're gonna mess with me. Please leave me alone. Okay, so if you notice, my lighting, babe, please leave me alone. Dang, like, why? Why are you aggravating me? Okay, so if you notice, my lighting, I can't. I just can't. Okay, so if you notice, my lighting is a little bit better. But you already done messed me up, man. Gosh, Lean. Okay. So yeah, my lighting is a little bit better this time. And if you want to create videos, and I'm actually still in a rather dark place right now. Like it's not even really a lot of light right here. Um, but I'm gonna tell you a really cheap, a free way to have better lighting for your videos. If you look at my other videos and you look at this, you will see that the lighting is way better. So a free way to have better lighting for your videos. The only thing that you need, I know everybody got one of these in your house. Everybody got one of those little lamps that you could get from Walmart or anywhere that has like three little heads on it, two little heads on it, whatever. That's all you need. So you basically put you a light bulb in there, and I don't even have like the brightest light bulb in here because I couldn't find a really bright one. I just put with the first light bulb I found in here. You put your light bulb in there, and then you face it down, like towards your phone, your laptop, whatever. Play you place you for I'm sorry, you point the lamp head, the one closest to your laptop or phone, down towards your laptop or phone, and it'll make your lighting 100 times better, like 100 times better, because basically that camera needs that extra light on it. Like you don't have to, if you shine a light on yourself, it's still gonna look dark. You know what I mean? It's not gonna give you that type of light. You have to shine a light on the camera to get the type of light you're looking for. So yeah, I wanted to tell y'all about how I got my lighting to be better, and also I want to talk to y'all about, yeah, this just a run my mouth video. I'm just I'm just saying. My my husband asked me, is this like a 3-in-1 video? But if y'all gonna notice with my videos, I just talk about I will mention whatever the main topic was, but I usually talk about whatever come to mind. Also, so we was having we were having problems with the dryer. So we don't know if it's because of the way the house is, because like the vent goes up throughout the roof. So we don't know if that's the situation or if we just bought a broke down dryer, which I'm thinking we might have bought a broke down dryer. So um trying to go the cheap way, not going to buy a brand new dryer. We looked on Facebook Marketplace and found the man that was found somebody. I saw a lot of people that was selling some dryers, and some of them did not look as good as the one that we ended up getting, but there were red flags about the one that we ended up getting. But basically we looked past the red flags because the dry washing and dryer looked brand new. Like look past red flags. Some of the red flags were when I asked this man, is the dryer in good working? No, I asked him what working condition is the dryer in, and I mean, it's the washer and dryer in, and he told me something about they look excellent. That's not telling me nothing about the working condition. So the fact that he even answered that question sideways from the beginning, that should have been like a red flag to completely back out of the whole deal. But basically looking at the outer appearance of this washer and dryer, basically, basically made us like not follow our judgment on it. So basically, this man. And then I asked him again. I said, "What working condition is it in?" Then he said it was in good working condition. But what does that really tell me when he answered the question sideways the first time? You know what I mean? So now basically, the dryer uses way more electricity because anytime you dry anything, you have to go 2 cycles. So we don't know if it's the house or the dryer. You know what I mean? But you have to go 2 cycles to dry anything at all. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically all of the stuff I wanted to talk about today. And I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. So I bye.